Hey guys, how you doing? Got a little bit of a PvP here today, me versus Delta. We're going to be going guns only. We're both a little bit rusty on the guns, haven't done it in a while, and yeah, it should be interesting. Before we get started, don't forget to check out Delta's Twitch channel. It's going to be in the video description and in the comment section below. Alright guys, let's get started.
Altitude.
Alright guys, here we go. Here's the tac view for this fight with me and Delta here. I got the two of us are going to close a merge here. Just going to go fast for that. So yeah, we merge and we're going to enter a 2-circle fight here. We're going to turn in opposite directions. In this scenario here, you can see he ends up pulling a really tight turn and mine is elongated, even though when you look at the speeds, he went by with a faster speed, Mach 0.9, than I did. So theoretically I should have pulled a tighter turn, but what happened here is probably he had the air brakes on and I wasn't pulling far enough back on my stick. Okay, so that's why you gotta always make sure, you gotta be consciously aware, right? I was kind of just pretty cool at this point. I wasn't totally head in the game here, if you will. So yeah, he's gonna pull a real tight turn and he's gonna come around, and I'm expecting him to be like over here somewhere, coming around, and like I would turn in and we would pass each other. And at this point I realize, as I look over, that he's basically like nose on, right? And knowing full well what he's going for a snapshot opportunity here. He's going to try to light me up as we merge for a second time. So in this situation, I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do is try to get my nose onto him, and I'm just going to spray him with some random rounds to make him think that I have a shot on him, and hopefully make him jink and throw off his shot. I had absolutely no intention or expectation that these rounds were going to hit him. They were just supposed to throw him off, right? And there it is. So you can see they're not horrible rounds, like they go under him, but when you look at it, watch him here, it seems like it kind of makes him, you know, do a slight bank, and that may have been what threw off his shot here, because you can see it went off to my side here. So that decision may have possibly saved my life, I don't know. And then there's that merge again. I'm gonna go down a little. I do that because I wanted some speed, but I shouldn't have. In hindsight, I should have stayed horizontal with him. And now what's gonna happen is Delta's gonna make the same mistake that I did at the beginning. He's not pulling hard enough on his stick, and that's making a very long elongated turn for him, which is going to allow me to pull up right on his 6. Right, so at this point he's just basically presented his 6 o'clock to me. We're going to continue the turn here. So obviously he knows that he's made a mistake here and he's got to correct it. So what he's going to do is he's going to invert and he's going to crank, and what that means is that he may be able to force an overshoot, except in this situation it doesn't really work because I wasn't fully behind him, right? Like if he decides to invert when I'm over here facing him, going towards him, and I have a decent amount of speed, when he does that, there's a possibility that if I'm not paying attention, I'll just see him zoom under me and I'll overshoot, right? But as you can see, I'm still mid-turn, so when he does that, it doesn't do anything. I just turn back into him. Just allows me to just correct that turn and come back on his 6. So he did it just a little bit too early, and so once again I'm on his 6 o'clock here. And what he's actually done here is he's turned into my turn, and that's allowed me to take a shot at him, which they come close. They're not too close, they're falling a little bit short every time, but they're close. And so he's just going to continue this little turn. And I'm constantly just turning with him, trying to get my nose in front so I can get a shot, but I just can't manage it. And now at this point, my speed is low and my nose is up, and if he was watching that, he could have made a pretty fair assumption that my energy was pretty low. And what he should have done in my opinion, was go full burner and just burn out of here. He could have got away, and he's got a much higher speed than I do at Mach 0.5. He could have easily climbed away from this situation. But what he does is he's going to try his invert maneuver again. And I'm assuming that at this point he's not really trying to force an overshoot as much as he's trying to get on my 6 o'clock. But unfortunately what happens is he can't maintain that nose down attitude for too long because we're so close to the ground. If he maintains it anymore, there's a possibility that as he tries to pull up, he's gonna not be able to, and he's gonna hit the ground there. So what happens is he can't maintain it too long, and he's gonna pull his nose up. And having done that, once again, I'm able to pull on his 6 o'clock here. Now at this point he knows he's in trouble. He's turning into me, which is the right thing to do at this stage. It's really the only thing he can do. He's going to turn in to try to deny me a shot. I'm going to continue to do the same thing. Now notice how at this situation he makes, in my opinion, a pretty critical mistake, and that is that he reverses his turn. Okay, so you can see we're both banking to the left here, and he's going to reverse his turn. Okay, so what that means is he's going to lose a lot of energy. It's not ideally something you want to do with somebody on your 6 o'clock this close, right? 774 feet separation, right? And what he does is he inverts his turn and he pulls into me, right? And he essentially puts himself right in my crosshairs. And when you look at Tacview, right, those bullets are grazing him. Absolutely grazing him. Like he should have died here, right? That should have killed him. He gets lucky and he's going to be able to continue. Now in this situation, due to that aggressive turn that he pulled and the fact that we were so close at 774 feet, right, what I'm going to do is extend my turn a little bit. Instead of doing a pure pursuit on him and turning exactly into his pursuit path, what I'm going to do is extend my turn a little bit just to create a little bit more distance, because at this altitude anything that he does is going to possibly force me to overshoot. I can't do anything too crazy. My options are limited in terms of what I can do if he does manage to almost get an overshoot. So I decided to just play it safe and extend my range to him a little bit. I'm still well within shooting range, but this just gives me a little bit more reaction time if he does do anything in an attempt to force an overshoot. Now as he does that, he starts to climb, and as I see him climbing, I can tell that he's going to start running out of energy as he climbs, and that's when I pull into his circle and I'm going to try to get a shot off as he climbs. And that's exactly what gets him killed, going vertical in that situation. If that was me, I would have stayed right on the deck and I would have gone full burner and tried to figure out a solution down here. I wouldn't have climbed with a guy on my 6 that close. So yeah, that's going to basically get him killed. Now he's still in the fight, he's still combat effective, so I'm just going to follow up. You don't ever want to give up a kill. Just stay on his 6 o'clock until he's totally dead. And that's basically what you see here. Alright, I'm basically going to kill him and that's it. Alright guys, so that's going to be the fight between me and Delta. Like I said, we were both a little bit rusty in the dogfighting, but I think it still was pretty decent. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out his Twitch channel below. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.